Hi, here we are in Hammertown. It's 2018 and it's time to get King of the Hammers going. Miles is joining me on stage. How are you, Miles?
It's been a great day so far. Jim Martin, myself, it's been fun. Lots of action has already happened today, but we still have LCQ and then Power Hour, and that's what it's all been building up to all day long. Lots of fast action. It's going to be a great day yet to be had.
And what a day it's been so far. We've seen some fantastic action out there on the course as the 4400s do battle to get those all-important qualifying positions for Friday's King of the Hammers.
There's been so much going on this morning so far, lots of fast guys, and here we have the top 10. Number 10, John Caliero with a 2-minute flat.
And then in 9th place, we've got Jeff Coldhill with a 1:59.94.
And number 8 is Jason Blanton in that brand new Jimmy's chassis with a 1:59.6.
And then 7th, the man who burnt down last year, Shane Shiddix with a 1:59.62.
And number 6, Brian Caprera in that brand new Campbell's 2-seat chassis with a 1:58.84.
Then crowd favorite, Cody Addington with a 1:58.67. He'll be stoked with that.
Number 4, Eric Miramon with a 1:56.
And then in 3rd position, it's Darren Henke. I watched this run and it was absolutely blistering with a 1:54.61.
And number two, Casey Curry in his trophy Jeep. Recently switched over to Nitto tires, cool to see, with a 1:50.76.
And then it's our pole position man, Paul Herschel, throwing down an incredible 1:46.41. So come on then, Miles, can that be beaten? We've got some big boys coming up today. We've got some high horsepower. We've got some big wheels. What's going to happen?
And speaking of Paul Horschel, he is our Curtin KMC Wheels Hard Charger Award. So if he can stick out on that top spot, KMC is going to pay his entry fee for the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers, powered by Optima Batteries.
But before we get to Power Hour, we've got the LCQ. So this is the last chance qualifier. So what does that mean? All through the year, these guys have been working hard at races throughout the year, trying to qualify for the big one, which is King of the Hammers 2018. But this is it. LCQ, this is their last opportunity. There's 15 cars out there, and only 5 are going to make it through.
So they have to push 100%, because like you said, only 5 spots out of roughly 15 machines. So they got to give it all they got, run fast, run smooth. It's going to be interesting.
It certainly is. Now, looking at the lineup for LCQ, Miles, who's your money on? Who do you think is going to make those 5 places? We've got some big guns. We've got some 4400 class cars, but we've also got some 4500 class cars in. For example, we've got Vaughn Gittin Jr. I mean, the man is a superhero. I mean, what's he going to do?
And he's running the 4500 class. As long as his car makes it through Thursday, he will run in the 4400 class, so it's cool to see him. John Curry, he was a former 4500 champion. I don't think he's raced King of the Hammers yet and lost in that series, so stepping up to 4400 is pretty cool to see in Casey's old Monster Energy machine.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing so many of these cars. Now, let's not forget, we've also got a 2-time king in Mike Slauson who's going to be out there. But don't forget, he's always been a co-driver. This time he's got his own car, got a bomber fab vehicle, same as his brothers. I'm looking forward to that. We know he's fast behind the wheel. Going to be very interesting.
And another cool one is Rick Waterbury. He was really good in the G2 Legends class. 2 years ago, took the 2017 season off to just kind of be with family, regroup. He's a rice farmer, so just kind of an average Joe stepping into the 4400 class. Pretty cool to see Rick Waterbury out there. He's always fast, always smooth, pretty consistent.
We're now moments away from the start of this LCQ. Very shortly, we're going to hear thunder as an engine roars, and one of those superstars heads off the line.
And number 1 will be Vaughn Gittin Jr. He was in New Zealand over the weekend doing a drift deal, and he is off. Vaughn Gittin Jr. in Brocky. A beautiful Jimmy's chassis, running those Nitto tires.
Now, we watched Vaughn qualify yesterday for the EMC, and he threw down a fantastic time. But has he got what it takes to get sub 2 minutes today?
Only one way to find out. He's using those drifting skills in the short course. I talked to him a little bit earlier today in the pits, and he did change his rear sway bar a little bit and made it a little bit softer to help out in the rocks. He said it does hurt his short course a little bit, but you have to have a happy medium there for the suspension to travel.
Let's not forget, you can catch up with the live times in the live chat room on ultra4racing.com. As we watch Vaughn Gittin Jr. heading up through the rocks now.
And again, we'll have roughly 15 competitors with only 5 spots to go. So it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds. These guys have to give it absolutely everything they have. And so far, Brocky's looking smooth. And we do have a speed gun on course. He got up to 65 miles an hour out of Hammertown. Pretty cool to see him open up the legs a little bit.
And here comes Vaughn now, coming around the bottom of the mountain. He'll be heading up towards the Jeep Arch. Full power there from his 6.3 litre Ford Coyote engine. Sounds completely different to most of the engines online. And he takes that sketchy left-hand line and heading towards Hammertown on the finish line.
Dropping through the Jeep Arch was right around 145, which should say right around that 2-minute mark, so we'll see where it end up. Unofficially a 2-minute flat for Vaughn Gittin Jr.
That's an improvement on his time yesterday. He'll be very happy with that. But is it going to be enough to get him into the top 5 in this LCQ?
And if anybody's wondering all these times at home, we are posting them to ultra4racing.com. That's where you can get the most accurate times from today's qualifying for the Nitto 2018 King of the Hammers, powered by Optima batteries. Here's Steve Graf, the 48.06 off the line. I talked to him on the line just 20 minutes ago. Looking good.
And as Steve Graf heads round to the second bend, he'll be coming out and he'll be heading on through our speed camera. Our fastest time through there today is 73 miles an hour. Let's see what he's got.
And that was set by Paul Horschel, our current leader.
And Paul's got a comedy-size engine in that vehicle. Huge horsepower.
Steve Graf is looking good in the fast section. We'll see what kind of speed he can throw down.
Great pace as he makes his way out the far side of the mountain. Car looks fantastic in this sunshine at Johnson Valley as he races to qualify in the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers, powered by Optima batteries. And let's not forget, Miles, this is LCQ. In about an hour's time, we've got Power Hour, the big guns.
That's where all my favorite people, all your favorite people, that's where it's going to go down. It's going to be exciting. There's lots of quick guys in there. I was talking to Raul earlier. He's ready to run as hard as he can. So Steve Graf got a 55 miles an hour run. Up next is the 202 John Curry with Brian Smith riding shotgun for him in Casey Curry's original Ultra 4 car. It'll be really cool to see what kind of time John Curry can throw down.
And Steve Graf crosses the line there with a 2.155.
John Curry is off in that Monster Energy powered machine.
And we've got some fantastic shots here from our drone. And John Curry, my old nemesis, heads on round the back of the mountain. And this guy can really race. He's the grandfather of Ultra 4. But that doesn't let him stop him.
Remember how successful he has been in Ultra 4 in the 4500 class. This guy knows how this car works. The Curry name is hot and heavy here in Hammertown, one of our great sponsors out here. Yes,
hugely experienced on the rock trails. He's pushing this car hard, 61 mile an hour through the speed gun on the far side. He's looking good, and I know he's desperate for a place in this year's Nitto King of the Hammers powered by Optima battery.
And this guy shines in the rocks. It'll be interesting to see what kind of line he takes. These rock sections are really getting chewed up. There's getting ruts out there. It's pretty going to be very, very interesting during Power Hour. Heading through the Jeep Arch, coming down towards Hammertown short course. And so far, Paul Horschel with the 146 is our KMC Hard Charger recipient as of right now. We'll see if his time holds.
That's a fantastic time there for John. It's a 1:57.19, unconfirmed at present.
What a great run for John Curry. That technically puts him in 5th place right now, so he's on the bubble to make this LCQ. It'll be interesting. 5th overall for the day, I'm sorry. So John Curry set down a smoking time, so he should be safe for the LCQ. Up next is going to be Rusty Bleiler in a Miller's Motorsports chassis. That is Josh Bleiler's dad, and I believe Josh finished 6th last year in the King of the Hammers. We'll see what kind of time his dad can throw down. This is the first time he's ever been in the rocks in this vehicle. Was earlier this weekend out doing some trail riding.
And that's a Miller Pro chassis that Rusty Bleiler's driving. Such a successful vehicle here at King of the Hammers. Eric Miller's taken 1 to 2 titles. Josh, Rusty's son, came in the top 5 last year. Absolutely incredible.
And Rusty Bleiler is off. I believe there's 7 Miller Motorsports Pro chassis out there this year. Pretty cool to see how Eric Miller can throw those things out. He's being very successful with it. We'll see what kind of speed he can get coming out of Hammertown, out of the short course, heading towards the rock section.
Now, John Curry just came through here at 63 mile an hour, nearly 10 mile an hour than our pole setter, Paul Horschel. But he made up great time in the rocks, showing all of his experience to come in 5th overall and be leading the LCQ. And look at the speed of Rusty there, smashing it across the sand.
And that is a solid axle machine, just like John Curry's. So these guys are really pushing hard in qualifying for the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers, powered by Optima batteries. Jim, it's been a great day. LCQ's hot and heavy, but Power Hour's just right around the corner.
Yeah, Power Hour's the big one, of course. It's where we see all the favorites. So we'll have 3-time king Shannon Campbell, 2-time king Eric Miller, another 2-time king Loren Healy, and of course 2-time king Randy Slauson, all running later this afternoon. And then there's our qualified history. The fastest qualifier in Ultra 4 history, Jason Scherer, will also be there. We need to get it confirmed, but we think that he's qualified 5 times in pole position in the 10 years or 11 years at King of the Hammers. As we watch Rusty Bleiler heading towards the line.
So Rusty Bleiler with the 2:00.75, a very respectable time. We'll see where that lands him in the LCQ, but that's a pretty good run for Rusty Bleiler. So that should land him about 13th overall for the day, so he's looking pretty good. That's a very smooth run for his first ever race in the Ultra 4 Series.
And we've got an interesting car now. This is Larry Gibson on the line. This car is a vintage car. This car has IFS and IRS, and it was a revelation when on the left.
And he's been around for quite a while. He raced in 09 when I was around, one of my first years, so it's cool to see him come back into the sport. Larry Gibson, we'll see what kind of time he can throw down.
Chatting to Larry the other day, and he's absolutely stoked to be back here racing. He's taken a few years out, got himself a family. And he was saying he's not sure what's more exciting, being a dad or being back behind the wheel of his favorite race car.
I was talking to him on the starting line a little bit ago. He was getting all suited up, and I asked how hard he's going to push. He said 100% for this LCQ. And I said, what's the worst part about this? He said, hurry up and wait. Just sitting there in your car, strapped in, getting excited, getting your head right, and then just waiting for that green flag to drop. For the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers, powered by Optima batteries, we're right in the middle of the LCQ qualifying course.
And whilst we're waiting for Larry to head off the line, the course marshals are just making sure that everything's correct. Everything's in place on the course, so everyone gets a fair run. It's a beautiful day here in Hammertown, Miles. The sun is shining, there's a breath of wind. It's absolutely perfect racing conditions.
Early in the week, we were fighting dust. It was terrible. So, yeah, this little bit of breeze helps out tremendously, not only for the racers, but us fans also. But, yeah, we're out here in the middle of Johnson Valley, California. Back home, I'm from Kansas City area, and they're getting hit with some snow, so I'm much happier to be here in a T-shirt. And Larry Gibson is off in that IFS IRS single seat machine. We'll see what kind of time he can throw down.
Chatting to Larry yesterday in the pits, I said, how's the pre-running going? He said, what pre-running? This is literally the first run he's doing. And he's brought it to LCQ to see if he can make the big show on Friday.
Larry Gibson looking pretty smooth out there, heading into the ARB Rocks section. Get a little bit hung up. Every little bit helps, every little bit hurts. We'll see what kind of time old Larry Gibson can throw down.
It's a very low car, not a lot of ground clearance, and it looks like he's struggling up through those rock trails.
Everybody's been working on their car all week long. I was hanging out in the Campbell pits earlier, and he did a little tumble during pre-running in his UTV and his big car, so he's been working hard all week long. through my PCI radio, I just heard Larry Gibson got up to 47 miles an hour, so he's going to have to pick it up just a little bit to try to get that LCQ spot.
Yeah, he's going to have to put that skinny pedal down if he wants to get through to the main heat race.
Larry Gibson heading up to the Jeep Arch. Still pushing pretty hard. We'll see what happens when he comes down here to Hammertown.
And Larry Gibson crossing the line with a 2:26. I know he'll be a bit gutted about that. But let's see what happens. There's plenty more action to come as Mike Slauson takes the line. Mike Slauson, of course, a two-time winner with his brother, Randy Slauson, and a very talented driver in his own right. This is a brand new car. And I know he can't wait to throw it at the scenery.
And he just threw in an LSX 454 big block in there in that bomber chassis. So we'll see what kind of time old Mike Slauson can throw down. One of my buddies, Cole Shirley's going to be riding in the Co-Dog seat on race day. Cool to see him getting out there in the field.
As Mike heads round turn 2, heading towards our speed trap. Let's see what he does. Paul Herschel smashed through there at 73 mile an hour before taking overall pole with a 146. Let's find out what Mike has.
Paul Herschel still is our KMC Wheels hard charger for now, and they are going to cover the entry fee, so we'll see if he can hold in or if Power Hour is going to bump him out. Pretty cool to see KMC Wheels step up and pay for their entry fee. For the 2018 Nitto, King of the Hammers.
And look at the speed and commitment here as Mike comes on flying down through the rocks.
And a cool little tidbit is Randy Slauson in a bomber has done very well when the race is a lot longer with a lot more rock trails, so we'll see if he can throw that down or not. Sounds like Mike Slauson got 67 miles an hour, so that's pretty respectable.
Yeah, that's very good when you consider that John Curry was only 63 and put in a 156. So let's see what Mike has for us.
It's going to be pretty cool. He's coming through the Jeep Arch. On race day, it will be Mike Slauson versus Randy Slauson. And they know each other. That he's been co-driving forever for him. It's going to be pretty interesting. See what kind of time Mike Slauson can throw down.
And this looks like it's a blistering time. This looks like a 152. Incredible. This is a solid axle car, of course, and that's going to be the big battle of this year. Solid axle versus IFS.
And these bombers are proven. Like we said, Randy Slauson is a two-time king with Mike Slauson in the co-driver seat, so it'll be pretty cool to see. I think Mike Slauson just bumped into third place overall with a 152, so Mike Slauson really throwing it down there.
That's absolutely amazing stuff. So Mike Slauson leading our LCQ and third overall. Remarkable for a brand new car.
I asked him on the start line how nervous he was being in the LCQ, and he just kind of smiled, shook his head, and said, I think we're going to be okay.
What a fantastic looking rig here. Sam Collins blasts off the line.
And that's a cool full body looking rig, has lots of steel on it. I love seeing these full body rigs out here racing in the Ultra 4 series.
He looks like he should have a couple of bales of straw on the back. Fantastic looking rig.
And he comes all the way from Washington. That's a long haul, pretty cool to see.
Sam is so excited to be here racing. This is his first time at Hammers. Took the car out of the Fallon 250, had a few fueling issues, a few overheating issues as well. Thinks he's got them nailed, and he's really, really hoping to be in the main race on Friday.
Sam Collins heading out of Hammertown through the speed section. We'll see what kind of speed he can throw down in the open desert. So that does throw Mike Slauson first place in LCQ and third overall. So a great, great run for old Mike Slauson at his bomber chassis. Sam Collins still on course, running through the rocks section.
If the original owner of this car could see it now, I bet it's never been that fast before.
As we saw him head through that little G out section, checked up just a tick, heading up towards the Jeep Arch.
Really impressive stuff here from Sam Collins. Such a beautifully built car. If you get a chance, wander into the pits, go and check it out. He'll be so pleased to show you around it.
Sam Collins crossing through the Jeep Arch as we speak, heading into Hammertown, just a few more seconds away. Launching through the jump.
And it's a 2:07.62 for Sam.
Unofficially a 2:07. Great run, Sam Collins. Up next is the 4488 Jordan Townsend.
Okay, so that puts Sam in the 5th place for LCQ, so he's going to be sitting on his hands, crossing his fingers and crossing his legs and hoping nobody beats him.
So he's in the bubble position. Off the line, Jordan Townsend out of Colorado Springs.
Wow, listen to that roar as he takes off from the line. Incredible.
The crowd's getting excited right here in front of the Jumbotron.
That engine is screaming.
He's really letting it eat through the short cork section, looking through with all these drifting corners. Heading into the desert speed section, we'll see how fast old Jordan Townsend can get up to.
And he's looking very fast as he heads up towards the back of the mountain, Miles.
He is really pushing. He's going to be in that mid-60s, sniffing 70, I believe.
But in amongst the dust, there is a puff of blue smoke. Let's hope that's not a problem starting to come on.
These rock trails have been moving. Oh man, Jordan Townsend just got the fastest speed of the day with 74 miles an hour in the desert section. Holy cow, he's smoking out there.
He's absolutely flying. We're seeing some fantastic action here in this LCQ. These guys are leaving it all on the track. As Jordan heads on now, coming around to the Jeep Arch, is he going to cut the corner? No, he takes the long route round, sets himself nicely for the descent. Crazy as he comes on down through. Look at this turn of speed.
Jordan Townsend coming into Hammertown, throwing down one heck of a run.
Wow, what a time. A 1:52.34. Incredible stuff there from Jordan.
So just right behind Mike Slauson, that should put him into 4th place unofficially. Jordan Townsend really throwing down a great run out there.
Some fantastic action here in this LCQ this afternoon, Miles. We're seeing people come out here and really give it everything. And that's what we want. And that's what you've got to do if you want to make it to a place in the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers powered by Optima batteries.
Because this is the LCQ. We're only taking the top 5 out of 15 cars. So you have to give it absolutely all you got. Off the line is Rick Waterbury in a brand new to him car. He said the only pre-run he has is getting the shocks dialed in. So we'll see what kind of time he can throw in there. Again, he was very successful 2 years ago in the G2 Legends class, and now he's stepping up to the 4400 big boy class.
He's really excited to be here and make that jump from 4800s up to 4400. And that's what Legends class, stock class, and modified class is all about. It's about getting guys into this sport and then giving them a chance to progress up to 4400. Good turn of speed there as Rick makes his way up to the mountain.
The ARB rock section is proven to be a little difficult. That left line's getting a little rutted out, getting a little loose.
We see he take a hard hit there, and he's having to
Tough.
back up on the trail, costing him valuable seconds.
And you know, in that car, all strapped in with your helmet on, when you have to hit reverse, you just get frustrated. So tough break for Rick Waterbury. He's going to have to really, really push to try to make it into the LCQ.
And let's not forget, this is the last chance qualifier. They have to go. They really got to push. If they're not in that top 5, they do not race on Friday.
Instead of being a racer on Friday, he's a spectator. So, man, they got to push hard.
And as much as I love spectating, I would want to be out there on Friday racing in the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers.
He did get up to 62 miles an hour, so that was pretty good in the speed section.
And Rick's making his way now through the Jeep arch. And that hit he took on the rocks earlier on has really cost him. The clock is still ticking as he roars round sideways as he crosses the line. And it's a 2:14.94. He'll be so disappointed with that.
So in that speed section, that is the ARB 40 section. So if you do get the top mile per hour in that section, they're going to hook, ARB is going to hook him up. So that is the 40 spline ARB locker. They get to take home with them if they get the fastest speed. Up next is going to be Josh Burciaga, Mr. AGR himself, out of Springtown, Texas. He runs the whole SCORE series. It was pretty cool to see him run the SCORE down in Mexico and Ultra 4 with us here in Johnson Valley, California.
Yes, he won the Ultra 4 SCORE class this year overall. It's going to be great to see him here at King of the Hammers. Josh owns ACR steering, sponsors his own truck, and you'll see there's a real difference with the look of this car. It's got a huge fuel cell on the back that extends out the back, and they need that extra fuel for those SCORE races. And if he can make it through this LCQ, he'll be glad of it when he gets on those hammer trails. More fuel means less pit stops.
We are right in the middle of the LCQ for the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers, powered by Optima batteries. Right after the LCQ, right around 4 o'clock, we're going to fire up Power Hour. So after the LCQ, we're going to do the Holly EFI Shootout Awards, and that'll lead us right into Power Hour.
And we're watching now as Josh Burciaga sits on the line waiting for his chance. It's never nice having to wait. You've seen everybody else charge off, and then the marshals hold you. Do you switch your engine off? Do you leave your engine running? All of this is going through your head.
Josh Burciaga's off the line, heading into the short course.
And let's see what this desert racer's got. Now, he's going to have to be quick. We've got some very fast cars in this LCQ already.
Heading into these big bank turns, heading towards the ARB 40 spline speed section.
Superb shots there from our drone in the sky. Our production team working hard as always to give you the best images here from Johnson Valley, California, the home of Ultra 4.
And that's right where Rick Waterbury just got hung up a little bit, so apparently it's changing quite a bit in that rock section. It's extremely loose. One little bad bounce is really starting to mess with these guys.
Yeah, I wonder if a rock's been thrown into the trail and just causing a blockage. But again, it's costing him seconds. He loses valuable flow as he makes his way up there.
So our KMC Wheels hard charger is still Paul Horschel, but Power Hour's right around the corner. We'll see if that time can stick. I think my guesstimate for Power Hour is going to be about 1:39, so we'll see if we can break 1:40 or not.
And Josh, 57 mile an hour through the ARB 40 spline speed section. A little off the pace. He's going to have to push hard if he wants to make it through to qualifying.
How cool of a shot is that? You can see how bad those ruts are getting in that open desert section. He kind of split the middle and trying to get out of those ruts.
And we've just seen him take the shortcut. But he loses time at the top of the climb there. All of these seconds valuable.
Josh Burchie hitting the tabletop, coming into Hammertown. We'll see what kind of time he's got. Jim, what's it looking like?
And it's a 2:11.97 for Josh. Unfortunately, not going to be good enough to get him through.
Up next is going to be Aaron Patrick out of Phoenix, Arizona, number 602. Aaron Patrick off. Hear a little popping out of his motor. Hopefully it gets cleared out so he can really start pushing.
And it sounds like he's got a misfire there as he makes his way around turn one. Not sure what he's done with his horses, but he needs to capture them all again, stick them back in the front of that car and get his foot down.
Heading to the ARB 40 spline speed section.
Our fastest time through the ARB 40 spline speed section is Paul Horschel, our current pole position leader, with 73 miles an hour. Actually, I stand corrected. Somebody just beat him with a 74 mile an hour in our LCQ. Jordan Townsend, of course, putting in a 74 mile an hour. So many fast cars, so many fast times.
Aaron Patrick coming down the rock section. He got up to 53 miles an hour in that straight axle machine. Pretty respectable.
And for everybody watching at home, 4 o'clock, the action really gets going. We've got Power Hour, all our heroes, Shannon Campbell, Loren Healy, Eric Miller, Randy Slauson, Bailey Campbell, to name a few.
Jason Scherer, Greg Adler, Raul Gomez, Derek West, Jessi Combs. It's a stacked field.
And the oldest man in Ultra 4, Doug Jackson.
Speaking about other old guys, I see Ferravanti Sr over there.
That's great to see.
Eric Patrick's with a 2:17.88. Up next, the number 29, Shad Kennedy. He's a local guy out of Hemet, California. Waiting for the course to get cleared. Make sure everything's in line, patiently awaiting. So number 5, Rusty Bleiler, he's on the bubble.
And then in 4th position currently in our LCQ is Vaughn Gittin Jr.
Number 3, John Curry, right in the middle.
And then that awesome run from Jordan Townsend puts him in 2nd place in our LCQ.
But number 1, Mike Slauson. This is the top 5 for just the LCQ, getting into the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers, powered by Optima batteries on Friday.
So 2 of our LCQ cars holding 3rd and 4th overall in the 4400 class standings currently. That's remarkable stuff. One solid axle car, one IFS car.
Shad Kennedy still on course, looking pretty smooth. Look at all those different ruts out there. What a great live shot from our drone. It still blows my mind how we can get all this live feed to you as he enters the Jeep Arch. Remember, we're out in the middle of a dry lake bed in Johnson Valley, California. Normal day, there's no electricity, no water, and we're bringing you a live show out of here. So huge props to our live show crew.
And Shad taking a great line down there as he comes through the Jeep Arch and makes his way across the line. With 2 minutes dead.
Number 33 is going to be Mike Bergman and his brand new UFO IFS IRS machine, very similar to Marcos Gomez. It'll be very interesting to see this car. This is his first real seat time in this thing.
Wow, and Shad Kennedy sadly misses his opportunity to race on Friday by less than half a second to Rusty Bleiler. Can you believe that? Incredible stuff.
Mike Bergman hot off the line in that high horsepower machine.
And if this car looks familiar, it's built by the same man who built the cars for the Gomez brothers. This is an IFS, IRS, it's a monster.
Joe Thompson builds one beautiful machine. All the Gomez brothers race on his chassis, and now Mike Bergman's joining the team.
We've only got a few more runners left on this year's LCQ. Let's see what Mike has for us as he heads up towards the ARB full spline speed trap.
Looks like he's really moving along good. Making that single seat chassis work.
Fantastic shots there, showing you the speed as he starts to work his way back up through the rocks. Let's see if he gets hooked up like the other guys.
I wonder if that's the advantage of that IRS, because it's looked like he walked right up there pretty quickly.
Very clean looking run so far. Looking for one of those 5 positions that will see him qualify for the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers, powered by Optima batteries.
Mike Bergman moving right on through that little G out section. He got up to 67 miles an hour, so he was really pushing hard in that desert section.
He's swinging around the bottom of the mountain now, making his way towards the Jeep Arch. Now we've seen some of the drivers take the wide line. We've seen some of them cut in the corner. And he's cutting the corner. Let's see how he takes this. Not bad, loses some speed, little bit of flow as he heads towards the line, but this is a fast time. Has he managed to get one of those 5 spots? 1:57.92 for Mike Bergman.
I believe that should have put him unofficially in 4th spot for the LCQ. So first time in that car, Mike Bergman really puts that UFO chassis to work. Great job.
8th overall there for Mike Bergman. And Rusty Bleiler drops out of the top 5 for LCQ and won't be racing on Friday.
And again, a huge shout out to everybody that makes this thing possible for the week of the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers, powered by Optima batteries. We have Jeep, 4-wheel parts, Smittybilt, Monster Energy, Amada, Nitto, Can-Am, and KMC Wheels. We still have a lot more people on board, but that's some of our main guys that help this thing possible. So huge shout out to those guys. And I also see the Griffin Radiator boys. They showed up today. They're always fun to hang out. They're our original title sponsor, so glad to see them still hanging out with us.
It's been a fantastic LCQ this afternoon. Seen some great cars, some fantastic action, and really mixing it up with the scores. LCQ cars have 3rd and 4th place overall as we head towards Power Hour.
So we just got done wrapping up the LCQ for the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers. Number 10, Brian Caprero with a 158.
And these are the overall standings for the 4400 class for King of the Hammers later this week. In 9th place, it's Cody Addington with a 158.67.
And out of the LCQ, number 33, Mike Bergman with a 157 in that UFO machine.
In 7th place, it's another LCQ entry. It's John Curry with 157.19.
In the 6th place is the 42.15 Eric Miramon with a 156.40. Great run for him.
And then there was our early pole setter, Darren Henke, with a 154.61.
In the 4th spot, the 44.88 Jordan Townsend with a 152.34, getting up to 74 miles an hour.
And our fastest LCQ car, Mike Slauson, with a 152.21 in that brand spanking new bomber car.
And still holding that 2nd spot, number 2, Casey Curry in his trophy Jeep with a 150.76.
And our hard charger currently is Paul Horschel, who had that blistering run with a 146.41. But very shortly, after a prize giving for the Rock Bouncers, we're going to see all our favorites in Power Hour.
And here shortly, we're going to bring in the Holly EFI Shootout. So we're going to take a quick break and be right back after this.
At King, when you buy our product, you're not only buying our shocks, you're buying into a good family of off-road. We love off-road. We love what we do out here, and we're just very happy to have everybody come out with us, and we're here to help. We're here to make our stuff perform the best of the capabilities, and that's what we do.
Here's to the defiant ones, the roughnecks, and the rogues who refuse to live by the laws of physics. Here's to the renegades who can go 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds, but wish they were doing it in 3. Here's to those who know gravity is there, but choose to flip it the bird.
Steel-It polyurethane coating has become the choice of leading off-road builders and race teams who recognize the coating's superior performance, protecting suspensions, chassis, and other metal parts that require a proven durable shield against corrosion. Steel-It's weldability is a signature benefit that saves racing teams hours of repair time. Steel-It provides remarkable performance, making it easier to get back out onto the race course. Use Steel-It to protect your investment.
Right now, we're going to do the Holly EFI Shootout. Ryan Webb, you were the fastest last night. It's pretty cool, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot.
So how'd everything go? I mean, I know you were nervous, you were excited, but man, you put on one heck of a show.
This guy here, he made it happen. Just put it to the floor and put it on the wood, and man, just luck of the bounce. We were glad that Bobby Tanner let off the gas and let us win.
I mean, that is rock bouncing 101. It was a great show last night. The rigid lights really lit out that hill. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, yeah, it was a blast, man. A great hill, great vent. Loved all the fans for coming out, Ultra 4 and Southern Rock Racing to put all this show out here in the middle of the desert, man. It's amazing to get all these people out here and all the pit support for all these racers, man. It means the world to us. So, you know, we want to thank the Lord Jesus Christ, man. And we got a list of sponsors if you give us enough time. So.
Well, speaking of SRRS, here's Clyde Bynum with the #1 award. Let's hold that up, Clyde. It looked like everything went smooth last night. Thanks again for bringing all your stuff out here and letting us do this.
Man, like always, I really appreciate Dave and the whole Ultra 4 crew for having us out. We put on a lot of carnage, so the recovery crew does get to put in a lot of work. And as always, it's just a pleasure working with you guys.
Well, thanks again, Clyde. Class act, you always help us make this thing run smooth. But Ryan Webb, the 2018 Holly EFI Shootout, first place.
I got a few people I want to thank. First off, Jesus Christ, Southern Rock Race Series, Rad Flow Suspension, Mad Ram 11, Busted Knuckle Films, SCS Gearbox, Raceline Wheels, American Bobtail, Rugged Radio, Bob Ward Equipment, Rap Garage, Go Forth Equipment, Go Forth Tire, sorry, Ultra 4 Racing, and all the fans and our wives for letting us do this. And my crew back home for keeping the shop going. Hopefully they didn't burn it down.
Well, again, Ryan Webb, our 2018 Holly EFI Shootout. Great job. Give it up to Ryan Webb. So now it's Kyle McKinney. Do a real quick. We're going to finish up some of these awards. Second place went to Bobby Tanner. He's not right here with us, but we do have his mechanic, so great job to Bobby Tanner and his crew. We still are going to do Kyle McKinney for the Yukon $10,000 Bounty Hill and Best in Show. So Bobby's not here, but you're part of his crew chief. Congratulations on second place.
Yeah, he ran real good. Don't really know how to do this. We thought we had it, and Ryan ran a really good time and knocked us out.
Well, congratulations, second place to Bobby Tanner and his crew. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, thank you.
So on screen, the 6 minutes is the start for Power Hour. It's going to be kicked off very soon. So up next, we're going to do Adam Ringer, Best in Show. You had a great run last night for the Holly EFI Shootout. Man, you put on a good show. You almost had it.
First off, my name is Adam Pierce, not Adam Ringer. But
well, congratulations. You did a good shot. You got a cool check here to hang in the garage. That's awesome, isn't it?
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, dream come true.
Well, Dave Cole, it looked pretty good, didn't it, buddy?
Yeah, it's the mullet, man. He said it was a... What was it all? It's all business in front, party out back. Yeah, you got the mullet.
Well, great job for everybody that entered last night. It was a lot of fun. So let's do one more quick for the Yukon Bounty Hill. So that was Jeff McKinley. He's not here with us, but we'll give him a quick shootout because he's going to take home a $10,000 check from Yukon. So there's a great run last night. We just got a few more minutes. Great job for taking that $10,000 Yukon Bounty Hill last night.
Yeah, that was a great run. There's a lot of good people here. Iron Man is a great deal, and Red Dot Cars. These guys build a great car, and it just awesome. You guys had an awesome event.
It was such a cool event. I believe I talked to Yukon last night. We're going to keep that going for next year. So we'll have the Holly EFI Shootout and the Yukon Bounty Hill for 2019, it's looking like. So great job to all our competitors last night. Power Hour is just right around the corner. It's going to be fast. It's going to be fun. We'll see you shortly.
Good afternoon and welcome to Hammertown for the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers powered by Optima Batteries. I'm Jim Marsden and next to me is Miles Hisselquist. Miles, how are we doing?
Man, it's been a great show. It's been a lot of action all day, a lot of fast times. Paul Horschel is the KMC Wheels hard charger for now, but Power Hour is getting ready to kick off momentarily. This is what the day's been building for all day long. The start is about to go down. It's going to be a lot of action, Jim.
Okay, here we go. It's action here. It's Power Hour in Hammertown in Johnson Valley, California. And first off the line is Andrew McLaughlin.
So that is Andrew McLaughlin, hot on course.
Andrew McLaughlin from the Let's Roll Off-Road team. And these guys give absolutely everything. He's stoked to be here for Power Hour.
And I believe, was it last year or 2 years ago in qualifying, he did a full endo, landed on his wheels and kept going. So this guy's definitely going to push hard.
Yeah, no stranger to drama. The year before that, he exploded a rock 4 foot tall, coming in off a cliff. So let's see what he's got. Can he beat Paul Horschel?
So we'll see if Power Hour can shake things up with the KMC Hard Charger Award and the ARB 40 Spline High Speed Award. So we got two things going. We're going to see Jordan Townsend has the ARB and Paul Horschel with the KMC Hard Charger Award.
And this is going to build as we go through this afternoon. We've got some amazing cars coming up. We've got Gary Ferravanti Sr. We've got Shannon Campbell, Loren Healy, Levi Shirley. So many fantastic names. This is going to get crazy.
Sounds like Andrew McLaughlin got up to 65 miles an hour in the ARB 40 spline section. So he's really moving the IFS Jimmy's car.
And he takes the long line as he makes his way up towards the Jeep arch. I know he's going to throw it off of here. And he doesn't disappoint as he heads down.
Pushing all the way in, just absolutely launching.
Oh, wow, he goes miles off course.
Blew the corner big time with carrying way too much speed. We'll see what kind of time he's got. Andrew McLaughlin, Jim?
Looks like it's unofficially a 1:53.42 for Andrew McLaughlin.
Up next is Bailey Campbell.
No apologies, we're just getting confirmation of 1:58.42.
Unofficially 9th place, Andrew McLaughlin.
And it's Bailey Campbell next on the line. This young lady never fails to impress. She had a big accident in Reno earlier this year. Saw her rolling multiply down the hill. But look at this. She's back in the saddle. The car's back together. It's a Campbell car, and you know it's going to be fast.
We've got all three. We've got all three of the Campbells in Power Hour, but Bailey Campbell is the only female to win a qualifying, and I believe that was in Indiana. So it's pretty cool to see her pushing hard. Like Jim said, this car was hurt pretty bad at Nationals, but you can't even tell now. Those Campbells can really rebuild a car. Heavily sponsored by Monster Energy and Nitto.
And I know she'd very much like to take that KMC Hard Charger Award. And she'll be working her solid axle car hard out there today.
I see Eric Miller in his brand new 007 Miller Pro Sport chassis heading out to get in line for Power Hour. This is the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers powered by Optima Batteries. We're starting the Power Hour. This is the biggest, the funnest, the fastest of the day. We'll see what kind of times we can get out of these guys.
And we've got Andrew McLaughlin from Let's Roll Off-Road team joining us on stage now. We'll just let him get his helmet off and we'll have a quick chat to the big lad. Hey Andrew, how are we doing?
Hey, that was a lot of fun. That was a heck of a qualifying course, and I just wanted to put a sub 2-minute time down and not hurt the car, and I just had a lot of fun. Everything felt smooth, everything felt fast. That last jump, I think I kind of sent a little far, but might have lost a second or two on that, but at least I was able to find some checker flags and make it through, and the car's in great shape, man. We're excited.
When you came off that last jump, we thought you'd grown wings. You flew for miles there. What were you thinking?
I wasn't thinking, really, to be honest, everybody. No, seriously, I had a pin and grabbed third and said, well, let's go. So, hey, don't tell those guys behind me, but do not hit that pin. Just a little slower is faster on that last jump, but don't tell them.
Okay, we'll keep that a secret. Unofficially, 9th place. How does that make you feel? 5th row of the grid?
Yeah, that's good. That's where we want to be. We always like being in about that first 20 stack. That gives us people around us we love racing with, we want to pace off of, and it gives us a chance to hopefully stay out of a little bit of the mess. But no, hopefully we can hold on to somewhere in that top 10, 12 would be nice.
Okay, well, thank you, Andrew. Good luck for the main race, and we look forward to seeing you on Friday.
Cool, thanks. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. Thanks, man.
Bailey Campbell hot on course. Looking good, looking good. Terry Madden hurt his back at Nationals. He's back in the... So Bailey Campbell, an ARB-sponsored vehicle, heading into the ARB 40 spline speed section.
And Bailey Campbell looking really fast now. She heads out to go around the back of the mountain.
And normally Terry Madden is co-driving for her, but his back's still a little tender, so he's going to do just the UTVs. So tough break on that, but Bailey Campbell's in the rocks, and that straight axle machine really, really works.
And still that battle continues between solid axle cars and IFS cars. As we watch her come on down through the rocks. Really nice flow. Nice and steady. Smooth but fast.
Does a great little front nose stand on that G-house section, but made it work. Sounds like Bailey got up to 58 miles an hour in the ARB 40 spline speed section.
And as we watch for Bailey Campbell to bring it on home, Gary Ferravanti Sr. is starting his monster.
Bailey's coming into Hammertown. Looks like unofficially a 201.8. So Bailey Campbell with a great run.
Let's not forget that's the first time back in the car after a big accident, so I think she'll be very happy with that.
So unofficially in 22nd position, Bailey Campbell threw down a pretty solid run.
It's worthwhile remembering that we've got 108 starters on Friday's Nitto King of the Hammers.
So Ferravanti Sr. hot on course. He comes from the World of Outlaws circle track, but he's transferred into this Ultra 4, and this guy's extremely fast. We'll see what kind of time old Ferravanti Sr. can throw down. As he's in the short course section, heading into one of those sweeping right-hand corners that's bermed up for him. Heading out to the 40 spline ARB speed section.
You keep watching, Gary. I'm going to have a chat to this young lady here. Bailey, how are you?
I'm good.
Did you enjoy that?
I did very much.
Now, this is your first competitive run since your role in Reno. How did it feel to be back in the car?
You know, it was a little sketchy in the Razor going down that rock hill, but I love this car and it felt way more comfortable, so I'm doing good.
Well, it's great to see you back here. Unofficially, you're sitting in 22nd at the moment. Is that cool?
I'm all right with that. I wish I would have had the LS7 motor in here, but my dad downgraded me to an LS3.
Now, I know that you're going to be hunting those boys down in front of you tomorrow. What's your game plan?
My game plan, there's a lot of rocks. My plan is just to keep my car together and finish.
Fantastic. Well, good luck, and we look forward to seeing you on Friday.
Thank you.
Great job, Bailey Campbell. And it sounds like Ferravanti Sr. just got up to 75 miles an hour. He was really flying out there in the 40 splined ARB section, speed section.
And Gary Ferravanti is giving it everything, 75 mile an hour through the speed trap. Our fastest man so far as he flies over the final jump and makes his way to the finish line.
So it looks like unofficially Gary Ferravanti Sr. with a 156.28, so a great run. Up next, Jessi Combs in a bomber chassis driving for Savvy Off-Road. Cool to see her step up a class.
Yeah, been racing against Jessi for many years now, but she's stepping up into that 4400 class. She's often done 4400 style racing, but usually in stock class vehicles or in spec class vehicles.
And she's off. She's also going to be racing in the Pro Comp 4600 stock class. So that'll be a pre-run for the Smittyville Everyman Challenge on Thursday. But right now, Jessi Combs in that bomber chassis really making a good run.
Hey, Gary.
And Jessi Combs just takes a little tumble in the short class. She was really pushing hard. So tough break for Jessi Combs. She's upside down. We'll get our Hammer King crew out there, get her righted. So it looks like we'll have a little break in action. So Jim, let's have a word with Gary.
Okay, that's a tough break there for Jessi, but I'm joined by our hard charger, Gary Ferravanti Sr. How you doing, Gary?
Oh, we're doing okay. We're out here having a good time.
It's good to see you back on the track. Have you got any new changes to the car?
Yeah, we put a spare tire on it.
I saw. Yeah, so does that change the trim of the vehicle? Are you having to change your style of driving?
Yeah, it's definitely different for me because there's a lot of weight up there, and we just got to pick our lines a little better and just do what we can.
Well, we look forward to seeing you on the track. I mean, you're historically very fast at King of the Hammers, and so we look forward to seeing you at the finish line.
Well, hopefully we won't break down.
We hope not either. Good luck, my friend.
Thank you.
So tough break for Jessi Combs for Savvy. She's gonna have to battle her way from the back of the course. I had a chat with Jessi in the pits the other night, and she was pretty excited to run this Pro Comp stock class in the 4600 car in a JK to do a little pre-running for the Smittyville Everyman Challenge on Thursday, and she was overly excited to put a bomber chassis. She said she's never been anything that fast, but apparently it was a little faster than she could handle.
Yeah, tough break for Jessi, and that means that Paul Horschel is still our KMC hard charger.
So while we have a little break in the action, we're gonna get Jessi flipped over. We're gonna take a quick break and be right back after this.
Quality off-road parts and accessories, designed, developed, and manufactured in the USA. Genuine ideas engineered right.
We know what we can do. Now, it's time for the world to see.
Hammer King Productions is pleased to announce Armada as the official industrial machine partner of Ultra 4 Racing and King of the Hammers 2018. Armada machines are utilized by top fabricators as important tools for innovation and the evolution of Ultra 4 vehicles and customized parts. Come join us on the lake bed in Hammertown to see these innovative tools showcased and demonstrated at the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers.
At US Gear, our name tells our story. From stock replacement to high performance and racing applications, our gear sets are made with pride in the USA. crafted with quality and passion. With more than 50 years of manufacturing experience and complete control of the process from start to finish, U.S. Gear is committed to providing you with ring and pinion sets that exceed your expectations every mile and every pass.
Welcome back to the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers. We're right in the middle of Power Hour. Myself, Miles Hasquist, Jim Martin. It's been a great day. We have Chris from KMC Wheels for the Hard Charger Award. It's still Paul Horschel. So top 10 is number 10, Andrew McLaughlin with a 158.
And then 9th, it's one of our LCQ guys, Mike Bergman with a 157.92.
So on course, that's going to be Derek West, 44.20. Hot on course, looking good in this Jimmy's chassis.
It's fantastic to see. Our course marshals are cleared. Jessi Combs off the course. And now it's Derek West out there giving it absolutely everything. Derek came to Europe this year to try his hand in Bailey Cole's Spec Class car. He got soaking wet, but he had a great time.
And he's one of our top, he's always been top 10, probably one of the most competitive guys out there. He knows the rocks so well, but look at that Jimmy's chassis bouncing through the desert in that ARB 40 high-speed section.
Yeah, he's Mr. Reliable at King of the Hammers. Always used to making those top 10 positions.
He's been racing a lot. He's been racing for a long time, back in the XRRA days, transferred over into Ultra 4. Derek West is always a fun one to watch, a crowd favorite. Fairly local to me, out of Springfield, Missouri. Sounds like he got up to 69 miles an hour in the ARB 40 spline speed section, so that's smoking through there. Bouncing through that little G-out section, Derek West is looking fast.
Solid axle car again, and looking super smooth and super fast as he comes around to the mountain.
Derek West heading up towards the Jeep Arch.
This is quick, Miles. This is very quick.
I've been looking at the clock. If you can be right around that 145 mark in the Jeep Arch, you're doing good, and he beat that by a couple seconds. So Derek West is throwing down a smoking run. Looks like unofficially Derek West should be right around a 155.05. Derek West throwing down a great, great run in that straight axle Jimmy car.
And that puts him in our top 10. He'll be very happy with that as Josh Bleiler lines up on the line.
Unofficially 6th place, Derek West with a 155. Great, great run.
And here's Josh Bleiler now lining up in that Miller Pro chassis. Josh has only been racing a couple of years, and he just doesn't fail to impress. He's always at the pointy end at every single race.
Josh Bleiler getting ready to head out in that Miller Pro chassis. Big B Motorsports, number 41, hot on course. I believe last year in the King of the Hammers, he got 6th place, so he's definitely a one to watch. He's a fun guy. He's quick, new to the sport, but boy, he can really run hard.
While Josh Bleiler piles it around the track, we'll have a quick chat to Derek. Derek, how you doing?
Doing good.
How does it feel out there?
It's good. It's rough. I felt like I was pretty fast in most of it. My car's a little slower in some of the corners. Some of these guys can roll those berms out there pretty hard, and I don't know if it's me or my car or what, but I'm just not that guy to do that. So I lost a little time there, but I was pretty happy with my time overall.
Well, you're in 6th place, which is a pretty good run for a solid axle car on that kind of course.
Yeah, so starting in the top 15 or something is kind of where I wanted to be. So, hopefully I'll get there. There's a bunch of fast guys out here that are going to keep bumping me on down. So we'll see where I land. But I think overall I'm going to be in a good spot.
That's fantastic. Good luck for the main race. We'll see you on Friday.
All right, thank you. Thanks to everybody back at home, everybody that helped me get this car together. Couldn't do it without you guys, all the people that helped me do this on their own time, and Nitto Tire and KMC Wheels and Jimmy's Army. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Derek.
Great run, Derek West, but we still have Josh Bleiler hot on course. And speaking about fast guys, still Paul Horschel with that KMC Wheels Hard Charger Award. We'll see if his time will stick. Josh Bleiler got up to 63 miles an hour in that ARB 40 spline speed section.
Josh Bleiler looking really fast here.
Josh
Flying
heading
through the Jeep zone.
Josh Bleiler is smoking into town. We'll see what kind of time he's got. Jim?
It's a 1:52.79 for Josh Bleiler. That's a remarkable time for a solid axle car.
Next up, we have the Texas Clay Gilstrap, number 26. Holy cow, Josh Bleiler just got it unofficially 5th place. Just bumped out Derek West.
And we've got Clay Gilstrap now on the line. Famously from Texas, of course. Clay, a perennial competitor, always pushes hard.
He's led this race in the past, so we'll see if he can keep the speed going, keep the car together. This is going to be a long race day on Friday for the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers, powered by Optima batteries. We're right in the middle of the Power Hour with all the fastest guys in our sport. It's been fun, it's been fast. Jessi Combs was upside down. Jim, this is why we're here. I love it.
I love this. It's absolutely fantastic to watch as Clay Gilstrap makes his way out towards the ARB 40 spline speed trap. He's got his small motor in for this race. He's after reliability. He said he's got the big one in the truck if he needs it.
And boy, he's moving quick through that ARB 40 spline high speed section. What a great run Clay Gilstrap's having. Clay Gilstrap in that IFS machine heading up the rock section, making it look pretty smooth. He's got a good run on his hands.
Okay, and I'm joined on stage now by Josh Bleiler. Josh, how are you?
Very good. We're doing well.
How did it go?
Went great. Stuck with our motto, smooth and consistent, and laid down another good lap.
Well, it's absolutely fantastic. I can tell you that you're in 5th place overall. You've got to be happy with that.
We're thrilled.
Fantastic. Well, we look forward to seeing you on the start line on Friday. Good luck.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Great run. Josh Bleiler with Big B Motorsports running a Miller Pro chassis. As Clay Gilstrap's clearing the Jeep arch, heading into Hammertown. We'll see what kind of time he's got, and he's got a great run going. Clay Gilstrap coming into Hammertown. Unofficially a 1:52.5. Wow, these guys are really pushing. That's why it's Power Hour. These guys are just consistently fast, throwing down some great runs.
And Paul Herschel is still our KMC hard charger with that 1:46.94 that he laid down earlier today. As Clay Gilstrap makes his way to the stage.
Up next is going to be the 44.83 Raul Gomez running a UFO machine. Off the line, we have Raul Gomez, Gomez Brothers Racing. All 3 brothers are going to be racing on Friday.
Clay, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. Laid down a smooth, clean run. It's not the fastest, but cars are still together. Didn't hurt it at all. And what is it, like a 150? I'll take it all day.
Well, mate, I can tell you, you're actually currently sitting in 2nd overall. How does that make you feel?
Oh, hell, that's even better.
Well, now, you were telling me earlier this week that you put the small engine in, so what would you have done with the big engine?
Probably got myself in trouble.
Well, great work, my friend. We look forward to seeing you on the start line on Friday.
Hell yeah, me too. Thanks, everybody, for coming out, and all the volunteers who've been out here for weeks putting this course together. It's awesome. It's going to be the hardest one yet.
Great stuff. Thank you very much to Clay Gilstrap.
Raul Gomez still pushing hard. That UFO single seat IFS machine in that rock section. I was talking to him earlier today. He was watching the pre-run, or qualifying earlier today, and in this rock section, he was really picking it apart. He was worried about getting it beat up, and he made a pretty smooth run through there. And he did say he's going to be pushing 100%. He's either starting towards the front or in the back. Raul Gomez got up to 68 miles an hour in the 40 spline ARB speed section, so he's definitely pushing hard. A Nitto driver.
Always great to see a Gomez brother on track. I was chatting to them earlier this week. Raul, Marcus, and JP, they've got a game plan, Miles. They're going to team up out there, and if any of them getting in trouble, they're going to help each other change their wheels and do all that kind of stuff. Can you see that happening? I can't.
It's a great game plan to have, but with the race helmet on, you know those guys. They're a good time. They're a bunch of maniacs. They're fun to watch. They're going to be pushing hard. It's going to be a great day of racing for the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers. Sounds like a 153 for Raul Gomez, so another great run.
I love watching the Gomez brothers racing, and Raul just absolutely nails it.
Unofficially, Raul Gomez, 7th place. Up next is the four-wheel parts himself, Greg Adler. He's going to do a little Scherer driving with Rob McLaughlin. Cool to see him bring him out here. Love the crossover drivers. Greg Adler's been with us since the very beginning. He's one of our main sponsors. It's great to have him out here helping us. And he is hot on course, four-wheel parts. Greg Adler, this car's been around. That car just raced the Baja 1000. They said it took a pretty good beating, but they were able to get it prepped up and look at it flying through here in Hammertown.
Okay, and I'm joined on stage now with Raul Gomez. Raul, how are we doing?
Doing great. How are you guys doing out there?
We're loving it, mate. We always love watching your car out on track. How do you think you did?
I did okay. I was just kind of like 75, 80%. Didn't want to break the car today. Gonna race on Friday.
Well, I can tell you, mate, you're currently sitting in 7th position. Is that okay?
That's perfect.
Now, you were telling me earlier this week that you're thinking about, teaming up with your brothers out there on track just in case you get in trouble. Is that really going to happen?
I guess we'll have to see. You have to wait till Friday to check that out.
I'm looking forward to it. Good luck on Friday, and we'll see you on the start line.
All right, thanks, Jim.
Greg Adler, Mr. Four-Wheel Parts, looking fast, looking smooth in that IFS machine. That car's been around quite a while.
Greg Adler is absolutely flying. They're out on course. It's power hour here at the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers, powered by Optima batteries.
Greg Adler got up to 71 miles an hour in the ARB speed section.
And he's got the fastest time up the hill so far. So let's see what he can do as he comes on through the Jeep section, down the hill, wheels in the air, one jump, one corner between him and a possible pole position.
Greg Adler's pushing the limits all the way to the finish line. Greg Adler, unofficially, Jim, what's it looking like?
It's a 1:48.54. It's a fantastic time. Only a couple of seconds off our current KMC hard charger, Paul Herschel.
Unofficially, that puts him in 2nd place, just bumping out Clay Gilstrap. Up next, old man, number 61, Doug Jackson in his Tribe 16 machine.
Let's not forget that Doug Jackson is the oldest man racing in Ultra 4 this year. And I know he loves it when I remind you all of that. As Greg Adler makes his way to the stage.
Doug Jackson, hot on course in that solid axle machine, looking smooth, out of Texas. Doug Jackson's only been with us for a few years, but he's really proven that he's out here to have a lot of fun and run fast, run hard. Well, Jim, it looks like you have Greg Adler.
While we watch Doug Jackson going around the course, I've got Greg Adler here. How you doing?
You know, it's always feels good to get that lap done, and can't wait to pop a cold Coors Light.
Now, a little birdie tells me that you're doing a driving share on this with Rob Mack. Is this true?
Yeah, I've got Rob doing the desert loop, so maybe I made it too easy for him. I should start him a little further in the back, but yeah, having a guy like Rob come in and he's a pro. He's the best in the desert that I think's ever been out there. So it's fun to team up with him, and we can really focus our pre-run and our time in the rocks.
If you're going to have a secret weapon, Rob Mack is a pretty good secret weapon.
Yeah, it's getting out there a little bit, but really I got Brian Kirby as a secret weapon too. He's kind of hard to hide, big guy, but he's built this car and preps it and helps me through the rocks. So a few secret weapons on the team, and hopefully this four-wheel parts BFG car will be up on the top of the podium at the end of the Friday night.
Well, we'd like to see that. Good luck, Craig, and we look forward to seeing you on the start line in Friday's race.
All right, thanks a lot.
Great job, Greg Adler, Mr. Four Wheel Parts, unofficially second place. So we have Doug Jackson coming through the Jeep Arch, heading into Hammertown. Still looking good. Unofficially, Doug Jackson should be a 2:05.41.
Greg Adler laying down a fantastic lap there and sitting in second place overall. But still, our current KMC hard charger is Paul Herschel with that blistering 1:46.94.
Doug Jackson just finished unofficially 37th, so towards the front. Looking good, Doug. Up next is the 44.72 Dustin Eisenhower out of Colorado. Dustin Eisenhower in his Jimmy's chassis, running hard in the infield, running through those big berm corners, blipping the throttle. Power Hour's been fun. We've got a lot of fast guys. Looks like Jim's ready with Doug Jackson, the old man.
Well, here I am. I've got Doug Jackson next to me. Now, Doug, how did that go?
Oh, it was just a clean run. You know, we didn't push it real hard. We broke something out there in practice the other day on qualifying, so kind of had that in the back of my head.
Fair play. Now, we were chatting earlier in the week, and you were telling me that you're really happy with the car. Have you made any changes?
No major changes. Car's pretty much the way it was in Reno.
Now, it was really quick in Reno, so do you think you can keep that pace out here this week?
I think so. You know, this race, if you push it too hard, I think this race is going to be a lot of attrition. As normal, but probably more so this year than anything. I think the solid axle cars are going to do well this year.
Well, we look forward to seeing you at the finish of this year's race. You going to be there?
We'll be there.
Looking forward to it. Good luck, Doug Jackson, and we'll see you on the start line. The 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers, powered by Optima Batteries.
Thank you, Jim.
On course, number 44.72, Dustin Eisenhower, still moving right along. He just cleared the ARB 40 spline speed section. Dustin Eisenhower got up to 57 miles an hour in the ARB 40 spline speed section, crossing through the Jeep Arch as we speak, heading into Hammertown. We'll have a time for him very shortly.
As we watch Dustin making for the line, let's not forget we are in Power Hour and we've still got some superheroes to come yet. We've still got Loren Healy, we've still got Eric Miller, we've still got Shannon Campbell, Randy Slauson, and Levi Shirley.
On line next, number 81, Levi Shirley out of Dodge City, Kansas. A local boy to myself. Cool to see him out here. Sounds like Dustin Eisenhower is unofficially in 42nd place.
We'll just get Dustin on stage as we watch there, as Levi Shirley is lining up for the start.
I spend quite a bit of time in the Shirley camp, just getting caught up. He brought his solid Axer 2-seat car to pre-run, and he's got Loretta on point, and he's gonna be pushing hard for this Power Hour qualifying run. Again, we are right in the middle of the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers, powered by Optima Battery. We got qualifying, we got Power Hour. This is a lot of fun, a lot of fast guys. Levi's pushing hard out there.
Levi came second in the Boys Championship this year and won 2 races last year, So far, so talented for such a young man. It's great to see him. But let's have a word with this young man. Dustin, how you doing?
We're doing good.
How'd it feel out there on track?
It's tore up a bunch in the corners.
Yeah, it's looking really, really nasty out there. So is the solid axle car going to be really good for you in this race?
I hope so. I mean, it's going to be a long race tomorrow. We went and pre-ran almost all the rock trails, all the desert. it's a crapshoot. I mean, anything can happen. We're trying to prep the car as good as we can. We just had to put a transfer case in it this morning. Ran around trying to do that. So I think we got a good, solid car. Everything's been going great this week so far, and we're just happy to be here and very thankful for all our sponsors.
Well, it's fantastic to see you here, mate. We look forward to seeing you on the start line of the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers.
Thank you, sir.
Levi Shirley, hot on course, just got up to 66 miles an hour in the ARB 40 spline speed section. We saw that little G out section hit a little bit hard. Donkey kicked in the rear, but he was able to keep it going. Coming down to the Jeep arch, he's got a smoking run. This is going to be pushing towards the top. We'll see if he can get that pole position or not. Levi Shirley with a great run going.
This is looking fantastic for Levi here. Can't wait to hear this time.
It was a fast time. What do we got for Mr. Levi Shirley? 1:48.93, unofficially third place. Levi Shirley out of Dodge City, Kansas.
And here comes our historical fastest qualifier of all time in Ultra 4. It is Jason Scherer sitting on the line as Levi Shirley makes his way onto stage.
Hot on course, Mr. Jason Scherer. He's going to be pushing for that KMC Hard Charger Award. Jason Scherer probably has the most pole positions in Ultra 4 history. This guy is not afraid to push the limits in qualifying.
Well, I'm joined on stage now by none other than Levi Shirley. Levi, how are we doing?
I'm doing a lot better now that my car runs.
So what's it like out there? It looks like the course is getting really cut up.
The course is ridiculous. You know, from where we pre-ran this morning to where it is now, the lines have totally changed. So that's kind of what's cool about Ultra 4 racing. You kind of have to adapt. You're not going to have like a set course. You know, we're not groomed. We're not pansies. We race with what we're dealt with.
Now, have you got any, this race is going to be very different this year. You're in a single-seat car, and what happens if you got a puncture this year? There's no tyre balls. Have you planned for this?
I'm not worried about it. I got Max's tires.
I like that answer, my friend. Good work. Right, well, good luck, Levi. We look forward to seeing you on the start line on Friday.
Cool. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for your support.
Great stuff. Levi Shirley, everyone.
Jason Scherer still hot on course. Had a little bit of a hiccup in the rock section that'll cost him a second or two, but he will definitely be pushing all the way through till the end. Sounds like he got up to 71 miles an hour in the ARB 40 spline speed section. So Jason Scherer pushing the limits all the way into Hammertown. Heading into the Jeep Arch as we speak. Jim,
as
he
we
is
watch
looking
Jason
good.
Scherer here, he's taking all kinds of funky lines, trying to save a second. 2 wheels as he comes through the Jeep Arch. Amazing stuff here.
Jason Scherer is smoking. He always wants that KMC Hard Charger Award. Number 76, Jason Scherer with an unofficial time of 1:47.23. So just under a second, unofficially second place. Holy cow, Jason Scheer's pushing to the limits, but Paul Horschel still has it with a 1:46.41.
And we'll get him on stage, but our current KMC Hard Charger is still Paul Horschel, but we still got some more big guns to come yet. We still got Loren Healy, Shannon Campbell, and Eric Miller.
But look, we do have Loren Healy in the Red Dragon. He did have a brand new car built, but had some motor issues, so we'll see what kind of time former king Loren Healy, number 67, Nitto Tire sponsored machine.
Now, Loren Healy wasn't expecting to be driving this car this week. They built a brand spanking new IFS car, 2-seater, big engine, all of the toys. Unfortunately, the motor went bang, so he's back in Red Dragon. Now, Red Dragon hasn't historically been that great at King of the Hammers, but it's won everything else. What do you think his chances are, Miles?
Well, it depends on his driving style. He is fast. We know that. He's had some bad runs here lately, but he is a 2-time king, so if he has a perfect day, it could be very possible on the top of the box. We'll have to see. But that Jimmy Chassis, Red Dragon, really looking smooth through that ARB 40 spline section. But Loren Healy's still looking smooth out there, hitting that rock section.
Okay, well, Jason Scherer's car has joined us on stage, but unfortunately, Jason hasn't. He's literally finished his qualifying, jumped out of his car, jumped in another car, and flying to the airport to go and pick up his wife. Now that's commitment.
And Loren Healy in the 40 spline ARB section got up to 73 miles an hour, so he's definitely pushing the Red Dragon to the limits in that MBRP sponsored machine.
Love watching Loren Healy drive. He's so committed. No quarter given in any corner.
And he's got a blistering fast
working his way out
speed
towards
going.
the Jeep arch. Oh, 2 wheels once again as he makes his way down. Fantastic stuff here from the big guy.
Absolutely launching that tabletop, flat landing it. Loren Healy pushing it all the way to the end. Looks like Loren Healy's gonna have an unofficial time of 1:48.46, so a great, great run. Unofficially third place, Loren Healy in the Red Dragon in his Jimmy's machine. But up next, Randy Slauson, another former king, Power Hour. Holy cow, Jim, this is great.
Randy, of course, a 2-time king. We saw his brother qualify earlier. His brother put down a blistering time in the LCQ. Let's see what Randy can do. I'm sure he would like to beat Mike.
And this year is a lot longer with a lot more rock trails, so historically, Randy Slauson does great on these kinds of races. So he's excited to put that bomber chassis hopefully on the podium. Looks like Loren Healy's pulling up on stage. Randy Slauson still on the infield, pushing hard.
And I'm joined on stage now by none other than Loren Healy. Loren, how you doing?
I'm good now that we qualified and should be able to hold on to a top 10 for sure, so I'm happy.
Fantastic. Well, you look really fast out there, but this wasn't the car I was expected to see you in. What's been happening?
Well, I would say there was a good chance this was the car you were going to see me in. New car, standard new car blues, KOH. Lost a timing gear, so we're racing the tried and true single-seater.
Wow, mate. Now, going back to a single-seater, we've got no tyre balls this year. Have you got a strategy for what happens if you get a puncher out there?
I've got the best tires out there, so I'm not worried about it.
That's, again, fighting talk. We heard the same from Levi Shirley, so we wish you all the very best. You're second place provisionally. How does that make you feel?
I'm second right now. Yeah, there's still fast guys to go, so, you know, that'd be awesome if I could hang on to that behind Jason. But, you know, my goal is always to be in the top 10. If I'm up in the top 5 rows, then I'm always happy with qualifying.
Fantastic. Well, we wish you luck, Loren Healy, and we look forward to seeing you on Friday afternoon.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody, for coming.
Great run, Loren Healy. And it sounds like Randy Slauson got up to 72 miles an hour in the ARB 40 spline speed section. So he's got a great, great run going in that solid axle bomber chassis. Looks like unofficially Randy Slauson is going to have a time of 1:50.17, so a great, great run out of that solid axle. Up next is number 21, former king. Number 21, Eric Miller. Sounds like Randy Slauson was in 6th place unofficially, so a great run in that solid axle bomber machine. And Eric Miller is off in that brand new car of his, looking great. Miller Motorsports, running those Nitto tires. Another solid axle guy running out front. We'll see what kind of time he can throw down, Jim.
Eric Miller looking blisteringly fast in this brand new car. Basically exactly the same as last year's car, just all shiny and new. It's amazing how he can just jump from one car to the other and still be blisteringly fast as he makes his way up towards the ARB 40 spline speed trap.
But so far, Paul Horschel still has that KMC Hard Charger award, and he was not in Power Hour, so it still shows all these guys are fast.
We've only got a few runners left, and Paul Horschel is still our KMC Hard Charger with a 1:46.94 as we wait for Randy Slauson to join us on stage.
Eric Miller still pushing hard in that rock section. He loves the solid axle. He said he's never going away from that, and he's really making it work good. Hitting the little G-out section, getting a little bit of air time. He got up to 66 miles an hour in the ARB 40 spline speed section. So Eric still pushing hard all the way to the end. We've had a great run during Power Hour. It's been fun. It's been fast. It's shaking things up. Eric Miller heading into the Jeep Arch, coming on down into hammer time.
Okay, well, I'm joined on stage now by two-time king Randy Slauson. Randy, how is it out there?
It's pretty rough. Josh and I hooked up the NOS on this thing, so I wanted to see if we could squeeze a few extra ponies out of it. And the first 3 times I went wide open throttle, it just bobbled and cut out. Then towards the end, it finally cleared up and actually was doing work. But anyway, that was a little bit unnerving, but car worked great. Shock tune is amazing. Love these BFG tires. Definitely got us up that hill and around the mountain pretty timely.
Well, I can tell you beat your brother Mike by 2 seconds and you're currently in 6th place. How's that?
Not bad. I wanted to be top 10, so that puts me right in the running.
Fantastic. Well, good luck for Friday, and we look forward to seeing you on the start line.
Thanks so much.
Great run, Randy Slauson, but hot on course, we have none other of last year's series championship, Wayland Campbell, in that Monster Energy Nitto-powered machine. Running his dad's old single-seat IFS car. They've been busy this week. They're racing all 3 cars in the big race for the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers, powered by Optima batteries, but they'll also be running in the Can-Am UTV race tomorrow. Gonna be a busy, fun week for the Campbell crew.
Wayland is absolutely flying out there. He really came into his own in 2017. As we're joined on stage now by Eric Miller.
Wayland's in the rock section, looking smooth, looking fast. He got up to 68 miles an hour in the ARB 40 spline speed section. Wayland Campbell off to a great start.
Okay, I'm joined on stage now by Eric Miller. Eric, how did it go out there with the new car?
Pretty good run. I mean, we've only got maybe 100 miles on this car. We still have some stuff to do to even make it race. I mean, that's how new it is. We built it in 3 weeks again this January, so straight out of the box, you know, without much setup at all. I spent 10 minutes with Wayne yesterday. The thing was pretty awesome. So I'm pretty stoked on our time, and proud to be consistent here today.
Well, you're in the top 10. You got 9th place. Are you going to be happy with that?
Yeah, that's perfect. We were joking. I do better when I start in the back anyway.
Well, we look forward to seeing you on Friday. Good luck, and we'll see you on the start line.
Thanks, Jim.
Looks like Wayland Campbell has a 1.5216, unofficially 10th spot. Wayland Campbell, top 10, rounding it out for now. Up next is going to be his dad, Shannon Campbell, the only 3-time Nitto King of the Hammers champion. He took a little tumble during pre-running, and they've been working on that thing all day. It's a little tweaked in the back, but they got everything put together. They've been thrashing on it. Shannon Campbell is not one to let out.
It's the amazing thing about Ultra 4 cars as we watch Shannon Campbell, 3-time king, launching for the line, closing this power hour. Can he beat Paul Herschel? Look at the commitment there as he works his way into the first bend. Paul Herschel, of course, our KMC hard charger currently with a 1:46.94. But this is Shannon Campbell. If anyone can pull a miracle out of the bag, it's Shannon.
And again, Shannon Campbell's our only 3-time king. So we'll see if he can be a 3 or do it again for his 4th time, back to back. Last year it was Shannon Campbell 1, Wayland Campbell 2. He's going to be pushing hard all the way to the end. Again, we are about to round out Power Hour for the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers, powered by Optima batteries.
And it's getting tough out there on course now as the sun's going down. There's shadows being created on the course. 73 mile an hour through the ARB 40 spline speed trap. And he's pushing on hard.
I believe Shannon has that 40 spline ARB in his car as we speak, so it's cool to see him really throwing it down for those guys. And look how fast he's in that desert, just absolutely sailing through there.
His car control is second to none as he makes his way around the bottom of the mountain, heading up towards the Jeep Arch, our final car in qualifying today. What can he do?
All right, well, Shannon Campbell's coming through the Jeep Arch as we speak, heading into Hammertown, absolutely launching down that rock section. He's going to have a blistering speed. This is going to be a top 5, top 10 for sure. Looks like unofficially Shannon Campbell with a 15013. Unofficially, 5th place, Shannon Campbell, our current king of the hammers.
Fantastic stuff here in Hammertown. Absolutely unbelievable power hour. Action, action, action all the way. We're about to be joined on stage now by Wayland Campbell. Okay, I'm joined on stage now by Wayland. Wayland, how was it?
It was good. It was a little rough, but you know, I felt like I had a pretty good time.
Yeah, mate. Are you happy with that? You're in 11th place.
Yeah. There's a long race. So.
It is. This is going to be the toughest King of the Hammers yet, they say. So have you got a game plan?
Keep my junk together, I guess, until we get to the finish.
Now, of course, we've seen some changes this year. So have you got a puncher strategy? Have you got any clever things up your sleeve?
Nothing really. Just, I mean, you got to finish to win. So that's all I got in my mind.
Well, we'd like to see that. So good luck, Wayland, and we look forward to seeing you on the start line on Friday.
Thank you.
Great stuff. Wayland Campbell, everyone. It's the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers, powered by Optima batteries. And Power Hour is coming to a close. In fact, it has finished. We're going to be joined on stage momentarily by our last driver, 3-time king Shannon Campbell. Okay, now this is cool. I'm joined on stage by 3-time king Shannon Campbell. Shannon, how you doing?
All right, I guess.
Well, now you took a little bit of a tumble in the beginning of the week. What happened?
I don't know. My brain ain't working with my feet, so hopefully the race goes a little better and get to the finish line.
Now, tomorrow you're going to be racing in the UTV race. Have you got that in the back of your mind when you're out there qualifying?
No, I was thinking about going and taking a nap.
Okay, unofficially you're in 6th place. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, that's good. There's a lot of guys that are faster and they can see better, so it'd be good if I just follow them and take advantage of them along the way.
It's a very long race. I mean, you're a single-seater car. We've been talking to a few people about this. Are you worried about tire attrition now we don't have tire balls?
Nitto built us a new tire, and I'm pretty confident that it's good and confident enough that I don't have a spare, so hopefully it's real good.
Wow, that's very brave indeed. Well, mate, we look forward to seeing you on the start line on Friday. Good luck, Shannon Campbell.
Thank you, guys.
So Power Hour's coming to a close. Well, it has come to a close. We've seen some fantastic cars. As Shannon Campbell makes his way off the stage. But he wasn't our fastest guy.
So we do have Chris with KMC Wheels with the Hard Charger Award. You're going to cover Paul Horschel's entry. That's a pretty cool thing for you guys to step up and do. They had a lot of fast runs out there, didn't they, today, Chris?
Yeah, we couldn't track Paul down to get him up on stage. He was out pre-running a little bit more, so we felt that was probably more important for him. But congratulations to Paul, and we're picking up his entry fees for the race, and we'll present him this hat at the drivers' meeting on Thursday night.
Well, thanks again, KMC Wheels, with the Hard Charger Award, Paul Horschel.
Yep, thanks a lot. We appreciate it. Hope everybody had a good day, and come by and check out our belly flop contest tomorrow night at 6 o'clock.
It's always fun to watch. It's a crowd favorite. Thanks again, Chris, KMC Wheels.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
So it's been a long day. It's been a fun day. We've had a long day for the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers, powered by Optima batteries. Qualifying has came to the end. This is the LCQ, so the top guys that made it into it. Number 5 was Vaughn Gittin Jr., so if he can finish the Thursday race, the Smittybilt Everyman Challenge, he will be invited for the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers.
Then in 4th place, it was Mike Bergman in that fantastic Joe Thompson UFO car with a 157.92.
And the 3rd place for LCQ is the one and only John Curry with a 157.19. It's good to see him make the big show.
And then it was that insane run from Jordan Townsend with a 152.34.
But the number 1 spot does go to Randy Slauson's brother, Mike Slauson, with a 152.21. Another great, great run in that bomber chassis.
Now let's look at the top times for the rest of the qualifying. We've had some superb stuff today. We've seen some real times thrown down here in Power Hour.
So during Power Hour number 3, number 210, 4-wheel parts, Greg Adler with a 148.54.
At a previous 2-time king, it's the man himself, Loren Healy and Red Dragon with a 48.46.
And the fastest guy in Power Hour was the number 76, Jason Scherer, with a 147.23. So a great run by all those guys. It's been a great day. It's been a fun day. Jim, it was great. Thanks for being up here with me, buddy.
It's been fantastic. I look forward to Power Hour so much. Can't wait for the main race Friday. What are we going to get? So much depends on the weather. It's going to be the hardest race in Hammers history. Over 200 miles of the toughest trails, and we've got some new trails as well. I know you've been out to see a few of them. I've been out to see a few of them. They look like hell. These drivers are going to have to be on their top game to be able to make it to the finish, never mind win.
So thanks again, everybody watching home at ultra4racing.com and Facebook. Please stick around. We're going to have a great week of racing. Thanks for everybody here live tuning in. We'll be live tomorrow morning, 7:45 PST time with a live show. It's been a great day of qualifying. Tomorrow's going to be the Can-Am UTV race live at 7:45. See you in the morning.
Best Top's new Trek Top Pro is the most innovative soft top ever created for Jeep Wranglers. Trek Top Pro, an exceptional soft top experience.
Some say there's no need to reinvent the wheel. Sure, unless you can make it better. All tires aren't created equal. The Nitto Ridge Grappler. Spiral wound construction enables our truck tires to be aggressive and ride incredibly smooth. Our tread and sidewall designs deliver demanding terrain, while computer-simulated tread design delivers a quiet and comfortable ride on the highway. The Ridge Grappler goes beyond expectations. Nitto Tire, fueled by enthusiasts.
Hey truck and Jeep owners, trust the experts at 4-Wheel Parts Superstores. We're your #1 source for BF Goodrich tires, and our ASE certified technicians install everything we sell. 4-Wheel Parts has the best pricing and selection on tires, wheels, lift kits, accessories, and much more. Shop online or visit any one of our 87 North American locations. Find us now at 4wheelparts.com.
PCI Race Radios, the leader in racing communications for over 40 years. PCI specializes in on-site sales and support at the races, traveling throughout the U.S. and Baja to offer the best in support for our customers. Whether you're in the rocks, desert, or sand, we've got you covered. For the best quality, service, and support, call us today or visit us on the web. We'll see you in the desert.
Conditions off the pavement are always changing, so why settle for a light bar that just turns on and off? The Rigid Adapt is a revolutionary new light bar that will automatically select from 8 beam patterns that range from a widespread 90-degree flood to a 15-degree spot based on your vehicle's speed. Try that with your knockoff light bar. A dash-mounted controller allows the user to toggle between adaptive mode, beam patterns, and RGBW accent lighting. With Adapt, it's easier than ever to own the night.
Steelite polyurethane coating has become the choice of leading off-road builders and race teams who recognize the coating's superior performance, protecting suspensions, chassis, and other metal parts that require a proven durable shield against corrosion. Steelite's weldability is a signature benefit that saves racing teams hours of repair time. Steelite provides remarkable performance, making it easier to get back out onto the race course. Use Steelite to protect your investment.
Some say there's no need to reinvent the wheel. Sure, unless you can make it better. All tires aren't created equal. The Nitto Ridge Grappler. Spiral wound construction enables our truck tires to be aggressive and ride incredibly smooth. Our tread and sidewall designs deliver off-road performance for even the most demanding terrain, while computer-simulated tread design delivers a quiet and comfortable ride on the highway. The Ridge Grappler goes beyond expectations. Nitto Tire, fueled by enthusiasts.
We didn't just test the new Optima Yellow Top with Pure Flow technology, we tortured it. King of the Hammers is 181 battery-killing miles of relentless, unforgiving hellishness. It's one thing to call yourself the ultimate power source. It's another thing to prove it. The all-new Optima Yellow Top with Pure Flow technology with up to 3 times the battery life. Unsurpassed performance built to fit today's vehicles. Optima, the ultimate power source.
Hey, truck and Jeep owners. Trust the experts at 4 Wheel Parts Superstores. We're your #1 source for BF Goodrich tires, and our ASE certified technicians install everything we sell. 4 Wheel Parts has the best pricing and selection on tires, wheels, lift kits, accessories, and much more. Shop online or visit any one of our 87 North American locations. Find us now at 4wheelparts.com.
We know what we can do. Now, it's time for the world to see.
Here's to the defiant ones, the roughnecks, and the rogues who refuse to live by the laws of physics. Here's to the renegades who can go 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds, but wish they were doing it in 3. Here's to those who know gravity is there, but choose to flip it the bird.
It's the 2 Nantella Autosport crosses. Markey now leads it.
you searching for a new hands-on career in metal fabrication and welding? Ignite your career and let the Fab School help you get on the right track to a career in the metal fabrication and welding industry. Get the training you need with industry professionals and start your new career in as little as 7 months.
With the small classroom sizes, I really get to work one-on-one with my instructors and get the hands-on training that I need.
Call today and we'll get you on the right track. 1-877-411-WELD or on the web at thefabschool.com. That's thefabschool.com.
We didn't just test the new Optima Yellow Top with PureFlow technology, we tortured it. King of the Hammers is 181 battery-killing miles of relentless, unforgiving hellishness. It's one thing to call yourself the ultimate power source. It's another thing to prove it. The all-new Optima Yellow Top with PureFlow technology with up to 3 times the battery life. Unsurpassed performance built to fit today's vehicles. Optima, the ultimate power source.
No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
Steel-It polyurethane coating has become the choice of leading off-road builders and race teams who recognize the coating's superior performance, protecting suspensions, chassis, and other metal parts that require a proven durable shield against corrosion. Steel-It's weldability is a signature benefit that saves racing teams hours of repair time. Steel-It provides remarkable performance, making it easier to get back out onto the race course. Use Steel-It to protect your investment.